Hello everyone, welcome to the live class. Can you all hear me? Please let me know. So that we can start. Today we have the writing task 2 discussion. Am I audible? Hello everyone. Okay, thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so today we are going to write an essay together. I will show the essay on screen. You have to, I'll tell you sentence by sentence because we have limited space. So it will not be possible to write full paragraphs together. So you will write sentence by sentence. Like I will tell you to write the paraphrasing. You will write paraphrasing hyphen, then write it so that others can also see. Then opinion, outline, and main idea explanation, example, everything we're going to write today. Okay, so that you all can understand how an essay is written. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you the essay. This is the essay that we are going to write. Read it, let me know what type of essay is this and the format first so that we can start. Okay, the format of this type of essay, to what extent do you agree or disagree? How do we write this one? And whatever opinion you want to choose, you have to stick to that throughout the essay. Just remember this thing. Okay, now let me know how we write this kind of essay, the format for this one. This essay was recently there in the exam, so it's a new one. Read this one and let me know the format of this essay and how we attempt this type of essay, and what did you not understand, Asif? First, you have to tell me the format, that how we write this type of essay. Okay. Then you have to tell me your opinion, that what your opinion is. After that, you have to write sentences, like full essay we are going to write because we have limited space in the comment section. You will not be able to write complete paragraph in one go. That is the reason I'm telling that I will tell you to write the introduction, like you have to write introduction hyphen suppose, then you have to write the paraphrasing. You will write paraphrasing hyphen the paraphrasing of the question so that others can also understand because we are going to do it in the parts. Now is it okay? Okay, Jasprit says introduction, BP1 agree, BP2 disagree, BP3 my opinion, last conclusion. No, it's not about your way of writing. I'm asking that how can we write this kind of essay? Like three ways are there to write. Check and answer that because your opinion, I know you will choose one opinion and you will go with that, but I'm asking this type of question, how can we write? Ajay says either fully agree or disagree. Yeah, we can go partial as well because this is to what extent do you agree or disagree, so that can also be done. Okay, and Pooja says intro, BP agree, BP2 disagree, conclusion. Okay. So this type of question, when you get to what extent do you agree or disagree, it's not necessary that you have to go for 100% agreement or 100% disagreement. You can go for, you have three ways: 100% agreement, 100% disagreement, then you can go for the partial way as well. that you guys have told that you will write BP1 agree, BP2 disagree. That is how you can do it. But we have three ways of doing this kind of question, so you have the option. Okay, anything else or any doubt in the format? The format is simple that you can choose three ways, any way which you prefer, you can go. Okay, and then now you will have to start writing this one. First, I'm writing a comment so that you can see. See, this is how you have to attempt it. You have to write paraphrasing and your sentence for the paraphrasing so that everybody can understand what you are typing, what you are writing. Because we have less space in the comment section, so your content will not be fully published. Okay, so what you can do is we will write sentence with sentence. Okay, so start with the paraphrasing. Let me know what can be the paraphrasing of this question. How will you paraphrase this question? Write your paraphrasing. Write paraphrasing hyphen and your sentence. Whatever you want to write, you have to write here. Okay, let's get started. Reason and solution. Today, I planned this one, so we can do that later, maybe tomorrow. But today we have this one. Try to attempt this one as well. Write the paraphrasing, guys. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is writing the same thing in your own words. Whatever is given in the question, the content has to be same, but the words, they have to, you can change the word formation, you can change the place of words. So you have to write the same thing in your own words. Okay. Write the paraphrasing. It has to be perfect because we have done paraphrasing a lot of times. So I don't want any errors in your paraphrasing. Attempt it. Reason and solution is simple. The format is going to be, easy. You will write your introduction, then you have to give the reasons that why this thing is happening, and then you have to give solution that how you can control something to, happen. So all these things you have to just follow the format. You just have to see the question, that what question is there, do brainstorming, and it will be easy for you. Okay. We will do those essays as well. So we can do one thing, we can write one essay of every format so you all can understand the format as well. That is also okay for me. I don't have any issue with that. Write the paraphrasing. How will you paraphrase this one? Very simple paraphrasing because we do not have many words for all the words which are given here. So we cannot change all the words, just change the place order, word place, then it is good to go because we can't change all the sentences. Harpinder. Hmm. Are you there in my group? I don't remember actually. If you are there, you can, I share files in in the groups. So you can join, you can send me a WhatsApp message if you are not there. Okay. And even you can ask your questions or whatever doubts you're having. So that is okay. Okay. So we have the first paraphrasing in the modern world. Computer became the second hand for human beings, and most of translation of any native language is possible just in a second. Mm-mm-mm. But where are you talking about the foreign language? It's not important to learn it. It's a wastage of time. Paraphrasing has to, convey the same meaning of the question. but your meaning has changed. Like there is nothing about the foreign language that you should not learn it because you can simply translate it. You haven't written that, and that should be there. That is the effective paraphrasing. Others also try. Otherwise, it was fine. But when I match it with the introduction, sorry, with the question, it's not going with that. With that, so it's not the effective one. Whatever is given in the question, everything should be same. Okay, this is the main thing. Yeah, that I know the comment section is very limited, so you can write one more comment. Um, Actually, we discussed all the formats in the, I think, 3, 4 classes before. I don't remember the number of that class. We did. In that, we discussed all the formats. I will share the link in the group if you want. If you are there in the group, just send me a message there so that I can share the group, sorry, link of that class so that you can see that one. Okay, we have discussed all the formats in that one. And in the description, you will get all the useful links for your writing. So you can get that link. Just send me a message on my WhatsApp. In whichever group you are, just send me a message. I will share there. Okay. And the number you can see it's scrolling on the screen. You can check and you can send me a message. Okay. Try very slow, you guys. Paraphrasing, is the most important thing because the examiner is going to see that when he starts, evaluating your writing. So it has to be perfect. It has to be flawless. I always say paraphrasing has to be perfect. So do not miss out anything. Whatever is given, include everything. Okay? Paraphrase, guys. And if you want, we can have the discussion, the same discussion we are having today for all type of essays, and we can write the essays together. Okay. In continuation it is, however, some individuals think that acquiring new foreign tongue is a waste of wastage of precious time. I think the question is also wrong. It's a wastage of the precious time. Hmm. You can simply write foreign language as well. That is also fine. There is no need to write tongue if you do not want. Jasprit, you can send me a message on my WhatsApp. The number you can see on the screen, I will add you. Okay? We have different groups, though you all are not participating, but we have all the groups. We have listening, we have reading, we have not reading, we have speaking and writing as well. But no one is participating. Okay, Pooja. Nowadays, computers have translated languages rapidly, have, and correctly, while others think that learning overseas language is a wastage of or wastage of time. You can simply say wastage of time. Nowadays, computers have translated languages rapidly. Yeah, rapidly for quickly and correctly for accurately. Very good. While others think. Others is not needed. You can say while others think. Others is not needed. You can simply say so. It seems a wastage of time to learn foreign language, something like that. Okay. Otherwise, very well written because you have written everything rapidly and correctly. This is a good one. Okay. Translation of language become very easy in this modern world with computer. Um, this is fine, but you have to add the other things as well. Like computers today can quickly and accurately. Do not miss out anything because Pooja didn't miss out. She has written everything. Like quickly and accurately, she gave the synonyms for that. Try to write that way. That is a good way to do. Okay. And it is a wastage of time. You have to add that one as well. Okay. Otherwise, a good one. No issue at all. Okay, guys, paraphrase this one. So then we will move on to the opinion. Just think about the opinion, the ones who have written the paraphrasing, think about the opinion, what opinion you will have, and what sentence you will write for your thesis, and start writing that one as well. Now it's time for the thesis. The ones who have completed their paraphrasing, start writing your thesis. How will you write your thesis and which way you are opting, you have to write, okay? Write it down. Thesis. As innovation and advanced technology in these days, people are preferring to, or people prefer to, because with are we have to use ing, so you can't write both. People are preferring or people prefer to learn correctly non-native language as much as possible through online computer. No, no, no. The question is different. They're saying that you do not need to learn a foreign language because computers can translate the languages quickly and accurately. But because what we do is in day-to-day life, when we come across any new word, what we do is we translate that and we get the meaning in our language. Suppose if we are talking about Hindi or Punjabi, we get that one. So the thing is, they are saying that when we are getting the translation from the computers, there is no need to learn a foreign language. This is the question. Okay. In this high-tech era, language translated by computer very quickly. Language is or languages are being translated. You will say here. Languages are being translated by computers very quickly. And the second sentence also, therefore, you have to write that as one. Okay. Now it's time for the thesis, guys. Whatever your opinion is, let me know. What is your opinion for this one? Which way you want to go? You agree, you disagree, or you partially agree? 100% disagree. Wow. Okay. So write down your thesis as well, Pooja. For disagreement, how will you write your thesis? Because I didn't think about it. I want to see your ideas. That what you have to say. What opinion you are with, guys? Others write a thesis. Mm, Only ideas? No, no. Write the thesis with explanation. Yeah, you have to explain it as well. You have to explain also. Thesis. What is your opinion? How will you write your opinion? That is what I'm asking. Write your opinion. The second sentence of your introduction. How will you write that one? I'm asking that. If you're going for 100% disagreement, why are you going for 100% disagreement? You have to tell that, okay? That is going to be your thesis. We will not have this much time in the exam. You're taking a lot of time. You have to think right away and write. Okay. I strongly agree with the given notion because of less time in busy work schedule in life and handling spellings. Family pressure, having time for other activity may fluctuate their life. Hmm. You can say that because, yeah, when we are getting the translation, there is no need to learn. You can say that. So you have to give your ideas for that as well. You have to give your ideas for agreement that why are you agreeing with this? Because here you are agreeing, then you have to explain your main ideas. You have to give examples as well. So think about that. Now think about the ideas. The first main idea for agreement, Ajay. So this is useless of time to gain different linguistics. However, I strongly agree with the given statement. My inclination justified in paragraph. My inclination would be justified in the paragraphs because it has to be. You will be doing it. So you will say my inclination would be justified in the upcoming paragraphs. Okay, good one. So now think about the main idea. We will do one thing, we will write BP1 only. Think about main idea, think about the explanation, and think about the example. You have to write that one because some students they have the issue with the body paragraph that how we have to write, like we have the main idea, how to explain and how to write example. So everything should be in sync. So you have to try that. Write your main idea, the first sentence of your BP1. Body paragraph 1, the very first sentence, how you will write that. Because you guys are agreeing that you should not learn the foreign language, then you have to give the reason with explanation. Okay? Hmm. Yes, this can be a point that we it takes a lot of time to learn a foreign language and we cannot guarantee success. Yeah. Okay. How will you explain your main idea and how will you write an example? You have to write an example as well. So write it down. Because students they write very well, but their examples and their ideas are not in sync, so they lose marks. This is the reason I always tell your example should justify your main idea. Whatever your main idea is, that should be justified with the example that you are giving. Okay, so everything should be well connected. Write it down, your main idea, explanation, and the example. If we utilize that in our work or with family, that will improve. Sorry, so sorry. With family, that improve their life's quality. Hmm. Okay, so you're saying we have less time, and when we spend 3 4 months in learning a foreign language, that time we can spend with our family, and that will improve our life's quality. Mm, not that strong, it has to be strong as well. So give an example. How will you justify it? You can simply say that a busy schedule is there and we have less time for the family. This is how you can write that already people are working for longer hours and they have very less time to spend with their family. So when they get indulged into learning a new foreign language, they have to devote some time. Okay, then you can talk about it that it takes time and all. Then after that, you can give an example of some country or maybe whatever you want, you can write. So it has to be, convincing. Your main ideas have to be convincing. Until and unless you're not writing convincing and well connected main ideas and examples, you will not be able to get a good band score in writing. Okay, so think about it, brainstorm. Try, guys. You're not participating. What can be done? What is the reason that why we are saying this? If you're going for agreement, then you will be having some point for that. If you're going for the disagreement, then you will be having some point for the disagreement. This is what I am saying. If you are choosing a way, if you are choosing a side, then why you are doing that? You should have solid point for that. To begin with, let us shed some light on why are computers necessary to translating languages in contemporary world. Firstly, in business work and academic studies, sometimes we need to convert. Okay, try not to write this, the very first sentence that you have written till firstly, because it is just getting redundant. We have written all these things in the introduction. So this is getting repeated only, and it will make you lose marks because repetition is there. We are talking about the contemporary world. We talked about that in the introduction, that in the modern era, translating language, we have this shedding lights, all these things, try to omit and just simply start your writing with your main idea. What your main idea is, start writing that one from the very starting. Okay, firstly, you have to write your main idea, then you have to explain. Into foreign languages, the time computers work brilliantly. However, in the case of visiting a foreign country, this does not help individuals to conduct conversation with foreigners. This is a good point because see, for this one, what I would suggest is that you should go for partial agreement or partial, why? Because you can simply say this is a very strong point. That suppose like we are in Canada and we need English in our day-to-day life to communicate, to deal with people, and when we are meeting new people, we have to communicate in English. And when we do not know English, how will we, how will we communicate? This is the thing that I'm saying. So you can say this thing that when we are not learning a language, we cannot translate each and everything. Like when we are talking to someone, we cannot translate. Suppose if we are talking about English only, we have French also here. So we cannot translate while we are talking to someone. We need to learn the language to actually be able to talk to someone and to carry on the conversation. So this is a strong point, Pooja. Very good. This is a very good point. Everybody should think about it because it's not about only learning a foreign language, it's about a life as well. Because if you're not learning anything, then how will we go? Partially, you can simply say I partially agree with this statement because then give the reason that why you're thinking so. Because the reason that Pooja has written, this is a very good one. You can say that in day-to-day life, we need to learn language to communicate, to get in touch with people. And if you do not know the language, then it will be very difficult. It is difficult. So you have to write that. Okay. Valid points, Pooja. This is what I always tell you. You have to see both the sides. Do not see one side only that you're going for agreement or disagreement. See the valid points. See the strong points. What can be the strong points? Think about it. You're most welcome. Your ideas are really good. I really appreciate. Okay, you disagree, and your ideas for disagreement, you have to write that. Disagree means that it's not a wastage of time. Agree means it's a wastage of time. So you have to think about it as well. Because some students they get confused with agreement or disagreement that when they are agreeing that what is the reason? What is the meaning of that? So when you are disagreeing, that means it is important to learn a foreign language in our day-to-day life. Reason, guys, reason. Why are you agreeing or why are you disagreeing? But the one point that Pooja has written, it is a valid one that I think everybody should include. And it is practical as well. In our life, we can say that if we do not know the language, how will we need, suppose if we need any help, we can't translate it right away. We need internet connection for that, which is not always possible. So think about it. Think about the practicality of your idea that what you are saying, is it, practical or not? Okay. Try to write that one, Ajay, first. Then I will tell you. First, you should attempt. Try to write the thesis and partial. Then I will tell you. This is very simple. You have to simply say that I partially agree because I think, then you have to tell the reason that I think learning a foreign language is important some at some I don't know. Just give me 1 second. It's a wastage of time to learn a foreign language. You can say when it comes to conversation, it is really important to learn a foreign language. So I partially agree with this statement that we have to learn. We should learn foreign language because you can put the word conversation here. When we are doing conversation, we need to learn the language. Yeah, valid point. See screen. This is also a good one for the language. Like when we learn a language, we're not only learning the language, but also we're learning a lot of things. We're learning about the nation, their culture, the tradition, and the way they speak. So all these things we learn when we are learning a new foreign language. So you can say it will spread harmony and peace among the countries when we are learning new languages. Now you all are learning English. Why? Because we want to migrate. Okay, and that will spread peace and harmony over the countries when we are learning the language, when we are able to communicate, when we are able to know each other. Okay, so you can say this one. Good point. These points, this is what I always want. Simple points. There is nothing difficult. Keep it simple. I partially agree with the statement because it takes huge time to explore, to get expertise in the language. However, learning a language helps us to communicate with overseas inhabitants. Simple. This is good. This is how you have to write. This is fine. I partially agree with the given statement because it takes huge time to get expertise in a language. However, comma, learning a language helps us to communicate with overseas inhabitants. Hmm, okay. Just the mistakes are there. Grammatical mistakes are there. Try not to do. So this is how you write. When you get the valid ideas, you have to write it this way. Very simple way. Idea of puja, it was very simple. But the way she has presented it, that made the change. This is what I was saying, that your ideas can be simple, but present them in an effective way. Okay. So now write the example and then we will conclude. Write the example only because your ideas are okay. Now write the example. That what will be your example for your main idea? How will you justify your main idea? Examples. And if you find difficulty in writing examples, you can see the example video, how to write examples in my on my YouTube channel because it's there. So it will be easy for you to see that what different ways are there to write the examples. Okay, Arvinder Kaur, I agree that individuals should learn the native language because they can easily communicate with others because gadgets are the sources. I agree that individuals should learn a native language because they can easily communicate with others because gadgets are the sources. Mm, 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 mm. What is this? Is this the paraphrasing, Arvinder? No, this is the agreement actually. So you are agreeing it's the wastage of time. Okay, no problem. It's okay, Jacqueline. You can participate now. Just see the question and think about the idea, think about the example, and write. Hmm. This is okay. This is fine, Arvinder. Write down the example so that we can see how to write example and what you can write in the example. These examples are where some students they get confused, they get stuck. Second idea, knowledge of other culture. Okay, but I'm asking about the example because I want to see your examples, that how you write examples to justify your main idea. Write down the example. Ideas are always okay. We can write that. But your example has to go in sync with your main idea. This is what I'm saying. Think about the main idea and think about the example, that what example can go with your main idea. Okay. For instance, if someone wants to visit remote areas where computers do not work, computer does not give proper meaning of foreign language for communicating with foreigners, we need feelings. Hmm. Very good. This is a good example. Yes, you can say that. Because when we are talking to someone, we need to explain a lot of things, which translation cannot do. We can, suppose we are writing something like some letters or something, some official thing, then it's okay. There is nothing needed. We have to just write down. But when we are talking to someone, we need to learn the language because we have to express ourselves. This is what I'm saying. So this example is very good. Gain knowledge of other culture and tradition and makes us familiar with daily lives of foreigners. Hmm. You can say familiar with the daily lives of people from other nations. It's not foreigners. You can simply say people from other nations. Okay, emotions which have not in which these technology machines do not have. That time, if a person who has studied various languages feels comfortable while conducting conversation with people of other countries. This is good one. This is what I was saying, that your main idea and example should be in sync. And your example is perfect, Pooja. It is going with your main idea because your main idea was that only, that we need to learn. Where is your main idea? Yeah, this was your main idea, and your example is completely justifying it. This is what I am saying. Your main idea and example, they should be in sync. So this is your example. Very good. So today, Pooja got it. This is how I was, thinking that you should do, and great. I'm also missing you. Take care of yourself. Okay. Your examples. Others who were not able to do, they can do one thing. They can write the introduction, because we will have written the introduction and we have done the BP one. You can write that one and send in the group. Okay, so that you can get ideas and others can also get ideas from that. Okay, so we have one more comment from Jacqueline. She has used a very good word, dialect. See, this is also a synonym that you can use. Learning a foreign dialect is important in the sense that computers aren't readily available all the time, especially in remote areas. This is what I was saying. That you have to give reasons that if it is good or if it is not good, then how you will write. Okay, Pooja. Furthermore, if a student wants to go to abroad for higher education, computer does not help that pupil since foreign universities require sound knowledge of English or other native dialects. Very good. How can I learn paraphrasing? You can do one thing. We have done paraphrasing 2 to 3 times earlier as well. So you can check, and those were the live classes only. So you will see everything. All the intricate details, they have been discussed there. Okay, and in future, like in 2 to 3 days, I will hold a class of paraphrasing again. So you can join that. Okay, and if you're not in my WhatsApp group, you can join by sending me a message after the class. I will add you. Okay. Disagree because translation facility is not as accurate to understand as we can understand the emotions and expressions in conversation. Very good. Valid one. So this is what the thing is. You have to think about both the sides. If you're going for agreement, if you're going for disagreement, then why you are going for that side and what are the pros and cons. This is what you have to think. Okay, very good. Pooja, you have done a great job today. Your second idea, that is also very nice. So I must say, great job. Because when you want to, suppose if you are not only the students, the people who want to migrate, like who want to go for permanent residency, they also need to learn the language because they meet a lot of new people. They have to get jobs. They have to go for, other things like shopping and all. And when there is one language, when there is English only, then you should have the knowledge of that language so that you can conversate with other people. This is the thing that you have to do. Okay. Which are helpful in foreign jobs as well. Consequently, if a student had proper knowledge of other countries' post of languages, he will definitely find success in academics as well as in the career. See this one, guys. When you have to put the post of for the singular, you will write the first one. For the plural, the way like Pooja has written, you will write the second one. After S, you will put the post of Okay. So this is what you have to do. You have to use the second one, Pooja. Okay. And now I'm getting late. So whatever is left, you can discuss in the groups. Okay. So we will have the class tomorrow and your ideas are okay. But I think example only Pooja has written. Others haven't written the examples. So try to write them down in the group. Like if you can do in whichever group you are, try to discuss there. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow, and whatever questions and doubts or whatever is left, you can discuss there in the group. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for participating and keep on learning. Think about the main ideas, think about the examples. Brainstorming is going to help you to get your desired band score. Okay, so always do brainstorm. Do read a lot, read essays, read different essays. See how they are writing, how they are using the examples, how they are writing their main ideas. If they are agreeing or if they are disagreeing, how they are doing. You have to see that. Okay, we will pay for you. Don't worry. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.